Hello and welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Now I'm going to show you how to decorate this shabby chic tray. First of all, we purchased one of these Klack trays from Ikea. These are quite good because they are quite large, but they do hold quite a lot of tiles. So if you wanted something smaller, look for a similar thing but in a smaller size. First of all, you need to coat the tray in chalky paint. We use this Johnstones Chalky paint in Cushion White.
The tiles that we're actually using came from B&Q, and I purchased them as a pack like this, and they were £15 for the box, and they're just plain tiles. As you can see, the edges are not completely straight, but I quite like that look. Actually, I thought it looked quite nice and added to the effect. So what you need to do to prepare the tiles is they sometimes come with these little bits of plastic on them, so you just need to scrape those off and make sure they're clean. And I actually decoupage these with rice paper. So if you're not familiar with decoupage, then please look in my playlist for how to decoupage. I use matte Mod Podge on the bottom, put the rice paper over the top, and then Mod Podge over to seal. With the edges, I just use the normal method of using a nail file just to clean the edges up, and there you have your finished tile. Once they are completely dry and you've sealed them, they are ready to use. The tray's now dry. It's had a good couple of coats of paint. Now this is a stage that you could kind of shabby chic it if you wanted to by getting some sandpaper and just lightly sanding sort of the edges. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to distress the edge, but you just sort of work it in a few kind of areas. So now is the stage you do that. So the next stage after that, or skip that out if you're not doing it, is to apply the wax. Now what you need to do if you're using chalk paint is to apply some kind of finishing coat, so either a varnish or a wax, because the chalk paint will probably more than likely peel off or chip off. So I've just got an old cloth here, get a little bit of wax in, and what you need to do is to go over the piece in kind of circular sort of movements like that, just kind of rubbing it in. And if you do need to clean things like this, then a way to clean it would be to use a damp cloth, and you can actually re-wax over the top. So I'm just going to go through the whole of the tray just to seal it, and I'll be back with you. Now the tray is dried and the wax is also set and finished. What we're going to do is to fasten or fix down the tiles. Now what I've done is I've laid out the tiles exactly how I want them. I'm just going to move the camera around to show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to put the tiles in and sort of fix them basically where I want them to go. Now I've already worked out the pattern that I want, so I'm just going to fit them onto the tray just so I know that they fit exactly. Okay, so now they're all in place, I'm going to start and just stick down each tile individually. So I'll start with this one, and what I'm going to use is this Gorilla Glue. Now I have got some Fix and Grout. This just came from Poundland, but I might use that rather just to grout, rather than sticking it down. I'm just going to use it just to grout sort of in between there. So with Gorilla Glue, what you have to do to make it stick is you have to mix, the glue has to contact water. So we'll put the water down first. Now I haven't got a spray bottle, so I'm just going to put some water down on this surface and then put some Gorilla Glue on this surface. Now it does say that it expands, so you have to sort of put a bit less on because it expands out as it's sort of curing sort of thing. So I'll do that and pop these down, see how I go. There may be some sort of sliding and it may move a little bit, but I don't think it'll matter once it's grouted, and I don't think we'll notice that much. So I'm just going to set to now, get these stuck down and be back with you. The tiles are fixed down now, and what I've done is I've put some of this frog tape over it, and this is quite good because it's quite it's not strong, but it's strong enough to sort of hold it in place. So I've put that over the top. So Phoebe's been helping me cut these bits up, and we're just going to leave this tray now for a couple of hours just so the glue can set. Okay, so I've left this now for a couple of hours and the tiles seem to be fixed. So what I'm going to do is to just carefully take off the frog tape, but it should be fine because it's not really sticky tape, but just gently peel it off. And as I do that, you can actually see that the glue has expanded a bit on some of these and it has sort of squidged through. But we are going to cover it with the grout, so it shouldn't matter too much. Right, so now all the tape's off, I'm just going to open this Fix and Grout. Now, I have tiled before, but it was a long time ago. So I'm just going to use this Hobbycraft card because I haven't got any little tools that I can use. So this should wipe away in theory. And all I'm going to do is just try and fill all the gaps with this grout, and I've got my little cloth here, and I'm just going to go around it and fill it all in. Okay, so here is the completely finished tray. What I did was let the grout dry, and then I just gave it a light sanding because it did sort of crack in a couple of places, and that's it, completely finished. So I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you want to, give it a go yourself. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.